Remember CNN and NYT shouting from rooftop how Russia is crumbling under the double whammy of West sanctions and Ukraine's relentless assaults? Well, that has changed now. Now the newsrooms are calmer and some are even pushing a narrative that would gladden even Putin's heart.
We will tell you all about it. Before that, if you're a fan of non-corporate monetary news and analysis, you've landed on the right YouTube channel. Okay, let's begin.
The Western media discourse surrounding the conflict in Ukraine has undergone significant shifts. Initial reports from major media outlets suggested a grim outlook for Russia, with claims of substantial military losses. These reports led to a narrative of disproportionate losses on the Russian side. However, this narrative has evolved, especially following the lackluster results of anticipated counteroffensives. Recent months have seen a notable shift in the tone of coverage, moving away from earlier triumphalism to a more restrained or even pessimistic assessment of the conflict's trajectory. Questions regarding the efficacy of sanctions against Russia, the resilience of its economy, and the strategic calculations of involved parties have come to the fore. Contrary to expectations, Russia's economy has shown signs of strength, challenging assumptions about the impact of international sanctions. This situation has led to introspection within the West regarding the effectiveness of its strategies and the unintended consequences of economic and military pressures. Amidst these developments, statements from US officials such as Deputy Secretary of State Campbell suggest a reassessment of Russia's military capabilities. Campbell's assertion that Russia has nearly fully rebuilt its military capacity contrasts with earlier assessments and raises questions about the coherence of Western strategies and the reliability of their underlying assumptions. The evolving narrative around the Ukraine conflict underscores the challenges of information warfare, the fluidity of geopolitical dynamics, and the difficulties in predicting the outcomes of international confrontations. Additionally, Western media is now showing skepticism towards official statements from the US-led West, particularly given the historical context of misleading or inaccurate information. This skepticism extends to recent claims about Russian military losses and the economic toll of the conflict on Russia, compared against the actual advancement of Russian forces in certain areas. The rapid reassessment of Russia's military capabilities, as indicated by Deputy Secretary of State Campbell, contrasts starkly with previous Western assertions about the prolonged timeline required for Russia to rebuild its forces. This discrepancy underscores the challenges in accurately assessing the military and economic resilience of nations involved in the conflict. The increase in Russian defense spending, reportedly now constituting 6% of its GDP, further complicates the narrative of a weakened Russian economy, suggesting a more nuanced reality. Moreover, the involvement of international actors such as China, Iran, and North Korea in supporting Russia's defense capabilities, and India giving Russia the economic cushion, introduces additional layers to the geopolitical landscape. The United States has expressed concerns over these developments, with high-level engagements aimed at addressing the perceived support for Russia's military efforts and a mild rebuke for India. However, the responses from these countries highlight a broader geopolitical friction, emphasizing the strategic alliances and oppositions that transcend regional boundaries. This evolving narrative reveals the complex labyrinth of global interactions where economic, military, and diplomatic strategies intersect. As Western narratives face scrutiny and the geopolitical chessboard becomes increasingly complex, the responses from the involved and observer states alike reflect a world where alliances and oppositions are fluid and strategic interests often prevail over simplistic narratives. A defense news report sheds light on the significant challenges faced by Ukraine in the ongoing conflict, particularly highlighting the adjustments to draft age policies as a response to manpower losses. This move from 27 to 25 years hints at the depth of the losses incurred by Kiev, contradicting claims of relatively low casualties. The consideration of drafting childless women underscores the severity of the situation, reflecting a dire need for reinforcements. Furthermore, the effectiveness of conventional manpower is diminished in modern warfare, where a significant majority of casualties result from long-range engagements such as artillery, and drone strikes. Data indicating Russia's substantial advantage in these areas provides context to the reported disparities in losses, emphasizing the strategic and tactical challenges facing Ukrainian forces in sustaining their defense efforts against a technologically superior adversary. Just like the narrative of the Western media, the hearts of common Ukrainians are undergoing change too. Saddened by loss of kith and kin and frustrated by military rule, Ukrainians have now begun rooting for Putin. Watch this report to know about this most interesting development.